For a while now, people have been claiming that developers and outside forces are pushing their ideology, their agenda, their political opinions into video games to try to normalize, to try to push a certain message, to try and show how virtuous they are. There's been some pushback on that. There's been people online that have claimed that that's not happening. Developers claiming that's not happening. I think at this point, it's going to be a little bit harder to make that argument if you're one of those people who are claiming that this is not happening. Kamala Harris is courting gamers using Fortnite in the last week of the US presidential election. I don't care personally to get into the details of who you should vote for on this channel. It's not what this channel is for. So I'm not going to say, one way or another where I think this is good or bad purely because of who's doing it. I would have the same opinion if Trump was doing it. It's the final week before the U.S. 2024 presidential election, and Vice President Kamala Harris is making a bid to a group that's not often targeted in such races, gamers. And I think one of the reasons why she's doing this is because she's hurting with the male demographic. She just the way it is. Today, Harris's campaign is launching its own Fortnite map, Freedom Town, US. It's a custom creative map themed around some of Harris's campaign pledges, including tax breaks for small businesses and a focus on affordable housing. The map can be found in Fortnite Creative starting today using, this specific code, and can be observed in dedicated partner streams from Fortnite content creators such as Jordan Huskers, Thomas, Morgan, Pope, Leah Barbarian. Oh, that can't be their real name, can it? And K-Dot, I guess we'll call him that.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
From what I've seen, she's hurting in the male demographic. And as much as they try to claim women game, that we need to focus on women more because, women also play games. Gaming is still very male dominated. Very much so. And I've said that in previous videos. And I think this just adds a little bit more fuel to that argument, because why else would she be doing this if it wasn't trying to reach a younger male audience, which honestly, if you look at some of the stuff that's been put out, she is struggling with. Now, you can sit here and say, Lee, this isn't the same thing as devs putting pronouns and other things that are more agenda and ideology related into the games. They're just creating, custom maps for a presidential candidate. And that is kind of true, but it's the intermingling of these two things that honestly is a problem, because if you don't intermingle them at all, then none of this happens. The presidential campaign custom maps, the pronouns and all this other stuff into the video games, that wouldn't happen. So it is kind of related. Might not be the same, but it's connected. But ask yourself this, would they do this for Trump? I don't think they would. Not that I want Trump to ask, because honestly, I don't like this to begin with. But there's a lot of activists inside the dev community that would not want to do these custom maps for Trump. Hell, they even came out on Twitter and bitched and moaned about having to do it for Elon Musk's new his Cybertruck. So yeah, either way, while it may not be exactly the same, there is a connection, and we honestly need to keep all that crap out of games. Freedom Town USA is joined by political takeovers of at least 8 other Fortnite creative maps. Really? Drive City, Troll Bed Wars, Mean Box Fight, Super Box. Okay, wow. Which will include political in-game signage, custom models, and themed audio cues. One of these cues, played when collecting a cat, plays a quote from Harris' rival, former Donald Trump. They're eating the dog.
She's gonna eat me!
This move comes as part of a recent, much broader appeal made by the Harris campaign to reach young male voters, I told you, through video games. Other recent efforts include Geeks and Nerds for Harris Fundraiser, a weekend Twitch stream where Vice President candidate. Yeah, I saw this. They were playing Madden, Tim Waltz and AOC. Just, they didn't know how to play the game. Look, this is like that meme, and I'll try to put it on the screen if I remember to find it in post, of that one actor walking in with a skateboard. It's a meme now. It was like, how are you fellow gamers, or how are you fellow kids, or stuff like that, right? I mean, it's stupid. I think this is stupid. I don't think this is going to do anything. I think all it's going to do is piss people off. The only people who are going to like this are the people who already support her. This is not going to win people over. Most of the people playing these games are not people who can vote. They're young kids. You're just, this is a waste of money. Okay, with that said, let's look at the demographics and see how much of the player count in Fortnite are actually kids. Now, over here on this esports.net article, Fortnite player count numbers back in 2018, 62.7% of Fortnite players were under 24, with 22.5% being between 25 and 34. Okay, here's a little bit more detail. It says 62.7% being 18 to 24. There's nothing in here that states there's kids underage. So what's going on here? I mean, my kid plays, and I know he's underage. Both of my kids play, and they're both underage. I don't see anything in here that mentions kids that young. So I question these numbers. I question whether or not they're accurately tracking how many kids play the game. Maybe you have to be a certain age to create an account and then ideally play the game. And we know many parents probably create the account for their kids, let their kids play Fortnite. I mean, heck, you've got instances where the FTC has fined Epic for their business practices. And then it says here for trick players into making unwanted purchases and let children rack up unauthorized charges without any parental involvement. Look, if 62.7% of your player base is between 18 to 24, and then the other article we looked at, everything else was above 24, this wouldn't be an issue. Then you have Epic Games has been fined over 1.2 million in the Netherlands for alleged child safety violations in Fortnite's item shop. Again, it's issues, whether it be the FTC or this the Netherlands, where it's involving children. I still feel I'm correct in saying that a large portion of their player base can't even vote. The Harris campaign has also advertised on IGN. Well, honestly, that doesn't surprise me. Knowing IGN the way I do, that does not surprise me. You can view our policy on the separation of editorial advertising. Yeah, whatever. You know what? Fuck off IGN when it comes to that. You're a gaming website. You should not be doing political advertisements. I'm sorry. I think we need to strongly voice our opposition to the blending of these two things. These things need to be completely separate. She should not be, I mean, Fortnite. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm losing a little bit of respect for Fortnite here. They should not be doing this. I think this is a game. We need to keep it a game. We need to keep any sort of agenda or ideology or politics out of it. And I also don't think this is going to do anything for it. Like I said, people who play this game, the majority of them are probably people who can't vote. I'm just saying. I mean, the younger generation is one of the reasons why Fortnite seems to still be big, is because kids like my own kid, well, my own two kids, play the game, and neither one of those two kids can vote yet. So I don't know what this is going to do for her. I really don't. I think she's struggling because she knows she's hurting with the young male audience, and she knows that a lot of male audiences are in gaming, and that's what she's trying to get access to. Like I said, as much as they try to scream about women in gaming, and they won't admit it unless it benefits them, like it does here in this situation, gaming is still a very male-dominated audience. So, look, I won't keep this video short, but this crap needs to stay out of gaming. Fortnite shouldn't be doing this. IGN definitely shouldn't be taking advertisements from any political candidate. I don't care what side of the political aisle you own. This needs to stop. You should not be doing this for any candidate. This is a video game. It's escapism. It needs to stay out of the game. Now, politics can be in games, but it needs to be the game's politics, the gaming world's politics, not real world politics. But that's all I got to say. So let me know down below in the comments what you think on this. Do you agree with this? Do you think we should keep it separated? Are you okay with blending the two? And don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel for more content. And I will talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.